And my life changed the day that somebody told me, yo, E, it don't make a difference. People who are talented are not automatically going to be successful. People who gifted don't mean they automatically set. People who grew up in rich neighborhoods, it don't mean they going to automatically be successful. And I found out that this was my way to success. Average skill. Ken, can we go to the quad and then come back to that? Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Ken. Carl gone. Ken got to deal with me and my spontaneous behavior, right? So let's be real. Let's be honest. And y'all went to school, got a degree, so I got to pull a little bit of it. I paid a lot of money to go to school, so sometimes I got to do a little bit of it, right? So let's ideally, you right here, phenomenal skill, phenomenal will. That's the ideal person, all right? That's just the, you know what I'm saying? That might be like, today we might say LeBron. I might say LeBron came out, he was 18, they told him he was the king. He was going to be one of the best basketball players. He came out with skill. Now, Michael Jordan, I don't really know. I heard he got kicked off a team or something like that. So he might not have necessarily initially been phenomenally skilled. Oprah Winfrey got fired from her job because they said she couldn't really do that reporting thing well. Einstein, he wasn't really smart. My man wasn't really talking at 4, 5, 6 years old. They was like, you kind of slow. So very few people come out phenomenal skill, phenomenal will. Very few people, right? Very few people, right? What we find though, there's a couple people, a lot of people fall in the category phenomenally skilled, average will. A lot of people. So these are very gifted and talented people, but they just don't have no motivation. These are the people that I get paid for. That's why the NFL called me, because you got kids who have just come out, could hoop, but they just don't want to come out and play the game. Look, I ain't gonna say the team, but I feel the spirit. So I went to this one NFL team, was talking to the team, and I was like, you know what? I got it. I get it. I get it. I see why y'all record is the way it is. I get it. I'm here talking to y'all. I said, I get it. Be honest with me. How many of y'all from Pop Warner wanted to come to the NFL and they raised their hand? How many of y'all, when y'all played high school, y'all wanted to, how many of y'all, when y'all was in college, wanted to come to the NFL and they raised their hand? I said, there lies the problem. You made it. You here. You made it. That's why you suck now. That's why you suck, because you made it to the NFL. That was your dream. But if you ask Michael Jordan, you could tell Michael Jordan went on making it to the NBA. You could tell he had a phenomenal will, because he went and won. Mike was one of the only ones that would win a championship. He wouldn't even celebrate the championship before he went 2. We're going to get this number 2 coming. And then he went 2 and go 3. Like, camera, look right here, 3. I'm like, Mike, you just won a second. You can't celebrate it. Like, yeah, I know, but 3. We coming with the 3. He retired, came back, won 4, 5. He had this thing about him, this will about him, that said, like, it's mine, right? I told Steve, like, LeBron might have just got there, right? We'll see next year, right? Exactly where he is. But Michael Jordan never played a Game 7. I had so much respect for Mike after I saw this one. I saw, they was going to the wire. There was a couple seconds left. Couldn't nobody, no disrespect to Golden State, no disrespect to Cleveland. I know they want to make this the greatest game ever, but did nobody score with 4 minutes left? Like, I ain't trying to take nothing away from nobody, right? And I just think deeply, right? This was one of the best series, Game 7, best series. Didn't nobody score from 4. They going back and forth. Kyrie barely made a shot, and then nobody score. You play back Mike old stuff and see if Mike had a problem scoring. You look and see if 4 minutes left on the game and Mike go ice cold with 4 minutes left on the game. As a matter of fact, if you're a student of the game, around 8 minutes or so, they take Mike out for a minute and let Mike rest. And then when 6 minutes was on the clock, Mike was... Showtime. Let's go. And I'm talking about murdering them. From the time he came in, Mike murdered him and playing D. And posterizing you. Boom. But hold up, move real quick. And I ain't no Michael Jordan fan, but he was great. He had a will out of this world. Once Mike stepped on the court, your problem is some of you are phenomenally skilled. Like C said, you can do multiple things, but the reason why you can't get in the same arena as me is because your will run. Like, you got one good quarter in you. You got 2 good quarters in you. You got 3 good quarters in you. But once you get to that 4th quarter, once your ball start tripping, you about to start crying. Once life hits you with a punch or 2, you ready to quit.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys about competition. A lot of you guys are entering your first contest, you're getting ready for your contest, and you want to know, how to prepare yourself for a competition. Well, as I told you previously, when I was a young man, I believed that I could do any fucking thing. Any amount of weight that I went down with, I felt like I was coming back up with that shit. But in all my ranting and raving you see me doing on YouTube, the most important thing that I want to convey to you is that you give your all. A lot of things will be out of your control. Sometimes you get a shitty judge and he don't know whether to put his thumb up or down to turn his light white or red. That's out of your control. Sometimes you get a fucked up lift off. That's out of your control. Sometimes there'll be equipment malfunction. Your shirt, or if you're using a shirted lift, may break. That's happened to me before. I had a shirt break with 705 pounds on my chest. It happens. The only thing that you can always, 100% of the time, and this is important, 100% of the time control is the amount of effort that you put into each attempt. That you can control every single time. Every single time you lay down on the bench, you can control that I am going to give every drop, every ounce, every piece of energy within me. I'm going to expand it on this attempt. When I go home and sit on my couch in front of my TV, I can look back on what I did this day and be satisfied. I can be satisfied that I gave my all. You cannot ask more from any man or woman to give their utmost, to give everything that you have. Once you've given your all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you cannot do more than that. That is the one thing that you can control each and every time. My best and most favorite contest was the greatest bench press in America. I went there and I call it my favorite because all the best bench presses in the world at that time was at that contest. I went there and I called for 705 pounds with no bench press shirt on whatsoever. I went out there and in my head, the only thought that I had was, goddamn it, come hell or high water, I don't give a fuck what's happening, who's here, who's in the audience, what the fuck's going on outside in the world. I know one thing for goddamn sure. I'm gonna give this motherfucker everything I got. And you know what? I went out there, I laid down on that fucking bench press, and I gave that motherfucker everything I got. And you know what? I didn't get it. I didn't get the 705. But to this day, it's my favorite attempt because faced with the biggest odds on the grandest stage of my lifting career, I know within myself that I gave all that I had to give. So I can't help but be satisfied with that. I gave everything I had. Almost got it, but almost don't count. But I gave it all I had, so I am very satisfied with that. I could not have done more on that day. Had I went out there and shrugged away or failed or paled in the face of this challenge, if I have not given it my all, if I had let the fear take me over so much that I would not allow myself to do my utmost, to do my very best, then I would regret that for the rest of my life. But when I look back at that